bent over.
And there you have it.
And there you have it. And I
That was the extended, just you and me version.
I kind of broke my mic stand, I think, and all of a sudden it bent over.
Oh no.
It's all right, man.
Do you have a flaccid
It's all
mic
about the
stand?
rock and roll.
You can't have a flaccid mic stand.
You cannot have a flaccid mic stand. Otherwise, what's the point of going on stage?
You need to text that one or whatever to Steph. Tell her you can't have
I
a
know.
flaccid mic stand. That's a good
I can't have a mic. That's a funny
euphemism,
one.
as they call them.
Euphemism. Right. So we have a buddy who's supposed to be coming on the show that he's all about giving back. So hopefully he shows up here shortly.
Oh, I thought that was
But
him,
real-
but that's you.
That's me. But real quickly, this is what he does. It's called Empowering Arizona Families Through Purposeful Giving. So he's been doing this for years and years and years. And what he does is he has all these different things from backpack drives, holiday support, year-round programs and local partnerships. It's Brian Morris, a buddy of ours. He's been on the show before. They began a simple idea, local families to feel supported. It's flourished into a thriving network for serving over 2,000 households. Today, the Purposeful Giving Alliance unites volunteers, businesses, and community leaders and other essential resources and joyful moments year-round, from backpacks brimming with school supplies to festive holiday feasts. They believe in strengthening neighborhoods through consistent outreach and genuine compassion. So if you'd like to learn more, here is what is going on right now. It's the Day of Giving. It's December 20th at 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. The address is there. It's on 16101 North 83rd Avenue in Peoria. They basically just give
West Valley City
this.
is helping families in need.
Here you go. Here. Whoops.
Danielle Miller is live at Peoria's 8th annual Day of Giving event.
So here it is.
With more on their goal today. Good morning, Danielle.
This should be pretty cool.
Yeah, good morning, Steve. And this is the biggest one yet. This is fantastic. We're here at the Peoria Sports Complex, and you guys can see a little bit of Santa's workshop here. There is, I would have to say, thousands, hundreds of thousands even of toys. I mean, there is just a wall-to-wall toys for kids here in the community. They also have a teen room, so we'll walk you through that as well. But a lot going on here today. Brian, you are one of the founders, right? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and this is kind of a group
That's his
of
voice.
local people in the community, owners who have come together, and this is what it's created all these years later.
This is our 8th annual Day of Giving, and it started with just 5 businesses, and now it's exploded into hundreds of volunteers, hundreds of thousands of dollars in toys, and so many donations from the community.
And you guys started in a parking lot, basically with, a few toys, a few kids coming out, and now we're at the Peoria Sports Complex, and this is an entire day of giving.
It starts at 9 officially. Our day started at 4, but it will be here all day until the toys run out. And so until the last person comes through, whatever we have to give will be gone at the end of the day.
And who shows up here? I know there's kids, there's parents, there's something for everyone here.
There is. This is primarily focused at kids in underserved communities that are really the hardest hit and need Christmas. The idea is to make sure they have toys and food on Christmas Day. What a lot of people don't realize, they take for granted how simple these little acts are and what a big impact it has. When you see the smiles walking out here, there's never a volunteer that leaves here without being in tears.
And walk me through their day. So I already saw people lined up outside the sports complex here. What happens from when they come in until when they leave?
So we have a very firm registration.
So I think this is from last year, because I know this year isn't there yet. So I think that's a little story from last year, which is cool. So you get an idea what they do. So if you want to get involved with this, it's real simple. It's called purposefulllivingalliance.org. You can click on their website. You can volunteer for their team, gift wrapping, coordinating, logistics assistance, distribution helper, community outreach, etc. You can donate. There's a donation link here. There it is. How you can donate. This is the amount of money you can donate, where it goes, what it does. Just support a neighbor in need.
What was that website again?
Purposeful Giving Allegiance.org. Did it stop sharing? It stopped sharing. Purposeful Allegiance, Purposeful Giving PurposefulGivingAllegiance.org. Man, say that quick 5 times. Let me
I'm gonna let you do it.
share that again. So it's purposefulgivingallegiance.org. So there it is. Come on, stop that. There it is right there. There's the website. So there you go. So hopefully he'll pop on here shortly and we can talk to him more about that. But in the meantime, it's you got Chris and Mike at the Chris and Mike Show. Hello.
Check your phone real quick. I want to see what your thoughts on this are. I meant to send you this the other day so you'd have time to think about it, but I don't think you need time to think. You're a smart guy.
I'm a smart guy.
If I was sitting on a jury
Oh.
and he went back to court and tried to make this argument, I'm not sure how I would rule. It kind of scrambled my brain.
I saw that story, and
You know what I'm
legally,
talking about?
I do. Legally, he
So
he was
explain what
put,
happened to the people who are listening real quick that aren't in the know.
So somebody was on death row. He got
Yes.
put to death. He was pronounced legally dead,
Correct.
and then he came back to life.
Correct.
So now his stance is, hey, look, man, you legally killed me. You carried your part out. I was pronounced dead, legally dead. So therefore, the execution was completed, and I came back to life. That's not my fault. I came back to life, but
Okay, so now
theoretically,
this guy goes
yeah,
to court.
yeah.
You and I are sitting on the jury. We're
Yep.
2 of 12 people that are sitting
Right.
there. His
Right.
lawyer comes up. He makes the argument that you just made.
Yep,
We have to go and be sequestered. Now,
right.
what do we say?
He served his time and the sentence was carried out to the fullest extent. It's not his fault he came back to life. So to me, he's exonerated. See you later. Bye. There's
That's
no,
where I ended. Okay.
there's
that's
no
where I
double
ended
jeopardy.
up.
Right. There's no double jeopardy, right? You can't be tried and convicted for the same thing, let alone they killed him. He
Right.
died. He legally died. He was pronounced dead.
At
Therefore,
first, I was like, no. You came back to life. You're still in this life. But the more I thought about it, I came to your line of thinking. What?
Nikki's in the background shaking her head. I don't think she agrees with that concept, but she doesn't. She doesn't.
She's going to be the hung juror.
Right, she's the hung juror. But I mean, legit, they killed him. They put him to death. He died. He was pronounced dead.
See, but
So-
I know that in those 12 people, that's what would happen because
Right.
you're. Initially, I thought exactly like Nikki just said.
Yeah,
100%. I was like, you son of a bitch. But the more I tossed it around in my head and got
Yeah.
analytical about it, I came to your side of thinking, and I was like, you know what? You're right. He served his time. They tried to kill him. They did
Right.
kill him. They were
did.
successful.
They did.
He came back to life. He's
So-
like a cat.
So now, this can go to the other side of this conversation is let's talk about the implementation of death. Okay, because if the gas chamber doesn't work, if lethal injection doesn't work, I forget how he was killed.
Yeah, I don't remember. It was
but-
an Iowa guy.
But if he was standing in front of a firing squad, and you had 3 executioners, right, and only one had live rounds, and everybody's job is to shoot in the head and shoot in the chest, he would have been dead and not come back to life, right?
Well, if he did, that would have been a hell of a trick.
It would have been. So you have, if he's in the electric chair, right, and Brian's texting me, he's pulling over shortly here, and you're, Sparky's got you going. You can't come back to life from that. So it had to be lethal injection, right?
That's my thought. Yeah.
Or gas chamber. I don't know if they use the gas chamber anymore.
Let me see if it says.
Yeah, and while you're doing that, Brian just texted me that traffic screwed him up. He's pulling over and hopping on now. So
It's all good. It's all
I'm
good.
just gonna let him know.
We're trained professionals here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
We're capable of carrying this show all by our lonesomes.
We are.
Though we're looking forward to talking to Brian.
Yeah.
Technically ended it doesn't say that I see. In 2015, he suffered septic poisoning and was rushed to the hospital where doctors restarted his heart 5 times. Oh, they didn't kill him.
Oh,
According to Science Alert, the inmate Benjamin Schreiber was serving a life sentence without parole In 2015, he suffered septic poisoning and was
Oh.
rushed to the hospital where doctors restarted his heart, not once, but 5 times.
Okay.
After recovering, Schreiber filed a legal appeal claiming that because he died, even briefly, he had fulfilled the terms of his life
Oh.
sentence.
There you go.
However, the Iowa Court of Appeals disagreed.
Okay, so I changed my stance now because I thought
I do too.
I thought they put him to death. But if they didn't put him to death and he just died from his own whatever the fuck he did in prison, then yeah, I'm sorry. They brought you back to life, so therefore you're still in the state of that window of you weren't put to death.
Correct.
And why would they bring him back to life 5 times? Like that seems
Because
excessive.
once you end up in a hospital, the doctor is legally bound by his Hippocratic oath to do whatever it takes to keep you alive, unless you have a,
Have a
what do they call
DNR.
that? Yes.
DNR. Do not resuscitate.
Correct.
Kind of like, remember Frank Gallagher? He had it tattooed on his chest. Yeah. So when they opened him up,
Our friend Frank.
yeah, when they opened up the
Chicago?
shirt to give him CPR, it's like, well, that's pretty obvious right there. Do not resuscitate.
I forgot about that.
You know,
That's funny.
so they didn't resuscitate, and he floated up to heaven carrying holding a beer in his bathrobe. So,
Did you end up friending my buddy Joe Eustace on Facebook?
I believe so.
Did you see his post today where he said, "Can your Giants just forfeit the rest of the season?"
Thank you. Right? Just give it up, man. Just.
I got a kick out of that one.
Just call it a day.
Like, can we take our toys and go home?
That is the most embarrassing field goal attempt in the history of the league. Like you can't even make that shit up.
Real quick though, I'll tell you 2
Yeah.
things that I learned
Yeah.
about this weekend in the NFL specifically. The Texans and the Patriots defenses are fucking legit.
Right. Right.
Those are dangerous men on both those teams.
Yeah. Now I will say,
fun to watch.
I will say during the Giants game there were 3 separate occasions that flags should have been thrown that would have benefited the Giants and they weren't thrown. I'm not talking about Jackson Dart hit; he was going out of bounds. But there was
Okay, hold on. I'm glad you
okay.
brought that up because
Okay.
I wanted to talk about that and see.
Okay.
Then I just forget things. I
Okay,
was like,
okay.
I want to. That dude that got up and defended Jackson Dart. Act like you've been there before, man.
Yeah.
Let the refs figure that out. You cost your team a penalty.
Yep. Oh yeah. Agreed.
I get it. You're in the heat of the moment, but you have to take a second and say, I can't do that.
Right. But that goes back to coaching, which tells you the coaches have no control over the players on the team.
Agreed.
That goes
100%.
back to how they
The
have
inmates are running
have-
the asylum there.
Right. And that's how they've had 5 or 6 fourth quarter collapses with 5 or less minutes left because the coaches cannot control the team.
No discipline.
Right. I don't care what you say. Like people are saying, well, Bowen should have been fired for Dable. No, they all should have been relieved of their duties after the season last year. None of them are doing a well enough job. These are professional athletes. We've talked about it. To make the NFL, you're 0.001% of the population.
Right.
Like these are elite. That kicker needs to be shipped back to whatever country he came from because he is just an absolute joke. That is a living, breathing, now in real life Charlie Brown episode.
We talked about it before. That's funny.
it's-
We talked about it before the podcast. We have
Right.
both been watching football our entire adult lives
Yes.
and most of our childhood. Mm-hmm. And we have never seen. And I think Peyton and Eli both said the same thing too. They've played
yeah.
how many football games
Right.
in their life?
Right.
They've played more games than we've watched times 100.
Right.
Right.
Nobody's seen that ever. And the fact that he's sitting there trying to debate that the ball was moving, and it's as he's saying the ball is moving, the media is, whoever's put the reel together, they're zooming into the ball. So the ball comes from the center, the backup quarterback, punter, whatever, gets it, and he does bob it a little bit, but then he sets it. So there's a
never
little bit of
moved the
slip.
ball.
Boom. No, it didn't move. It did not Charlie Brown that shit.
It
Lucy was not
tilted.
holding the ball.
It did not
tilted.
move.
It tilted. And you suck as a field goal kicker.
And
Go
it
away.
doesn't matter if the ball, unless the ball moved away from him, and the ball didn't move, ladies and gentlemen, it tilted a little bit, and it doesn't matter that it tilted because his fucking foot never got to the ball to begin with. Sorry, that was
Exactly.
really loud.
No, exactly. Yeah. No, it's ridiculous.
There was one other thing about that game that
Well, I was going to talk about some penalties. So during one of the kickoff returns, I forget his last name. It's a weird last name, but he got the ball. He was running to kick it, and he got just drilled with the helmet, and he fumbled. No flag. Like there's clear helmet to helmet contact. Even Peyton
That was
said,
one of them. Yeah, I'm glad.
right.
you
Even
brought that up.
Peyton's
That was
like,
the other
he's
one.
like, Peyton's like, oh, he hit him so hard, and then, oh wait, that's helmet to helmet, no flag. There was a play where Drake May was scrambling and he threw a touchdown pass. So on the replay, like they showed an offensive lineman had the back of the defensive
I remember
lineman's
that play, too.
jersey.
Yep.
Like, hello, he's like giving him wedgie with his shirt, and there's no flag. So and there was another one, I forget what it is, but there were three penalties last night that should have been thrown that would have benefited the Giants, and they weren't thrown. Now Jake and I were watching the game. He's in California, I'm home, so I'm like, well, it's the Giants, dude. It's the Giants. We're not going to get calls. We're the Giants because they're not. They're just not.
Right. Everybody knows that you guys are on the downhill slide for sure.
Right.
But
But
that
this
doesn't
goes
mean that it's still
no.
not a game that doesn't need to be officiated. That could have cost that guy the rest of his career had he been
Right.
hit, in a different
Right.
spot. He could have been paralyzed. Anything could have happened. I know what I was going to say now, and I'm glad you mentioned Peyton.
Okay.
You were the one that got me to start watching those two, and I never played
Yeah.
football. So for all these years, I never understood what was going on a lot of times, right? So
Right.
there was one play in particular that Eli
This?
described in detail. It makes the game so much more fun to watch.
Right. Was it the
So-
alert or was it the trap?
It was I love the trap. Peyton was
Right.
cracking me up with that one. It was the one where the coach called a run play, and Eli's like, "You call all the run plays you want, coach. I'll be throwing touchdown passes."
Right.
So he was supposed to hand the ball off to the running back, and he
Right.
was like, "I got one-on-one coverage. I'm going to throw it
Yep.
over the top of his head." And that's when Peyton was like old school, just like we did on the playground, right? We're just going to throw it over the top of the guy's head where only my guy can catch it. That's all he was saying. But those kind of things mean so much to me because I like to understand how things work, right?
Right.
So if I'm going to watch the game, I understood, they're handing off, they're running slant plays or whatever.
Right.
But
Yep.
hey,
Totally.
Brian.
Totally.
Hey, how's
And
it
here-
going?
And here's Brian Morris, ladies and gentlemen.
It's
Sorry
going
to
great,
jump in
man.
late.
Good to see you, brother.
It has been
Yeah.
a whirlwind today. We were on Channel 12. We just got done filming over here at Chick-fil-A at 83rd and Bell for a toy drive fundraiser. This is just amazing.
You're looking very festive, my friend.
You are very
Gotta
festive.
be festive.
I love it. We just watched a clip, I believe, from last year.
Last year on the
That was-
website.
Just,
Yep.
it's mind blowing what you guys are doing. That's so cool. So kind of tell everybody what you're out doing now, man. Looking like
Well,
Santa Claus.
Let's go with a little bit of history. So 9 years
Yes.
ago, myself and David Bell started this in a field in Peoria, in a 1 acre field, and we provided toys to 100 children and fed 40 families. And we thought, man, we really made it happen. And I'll never forget, David was like, it'd be cool as if someday we get to the Peoria Sports Complex. And we all kind of laughed, The following many years, we did the Peoria Community Center. And the last year of the Community Center was 2 years ago. And we actually wrapped the building 3 times. So last year was our first year at the Peoria Sports Complex. And at one point, we had a line that was 4,500 people long. It was just intense. So this has grown from 100 people to last year over 3,000 and several hundred families getting food. To this year, our the need of the community has just exploded, and we're going to be between 8,000 and 12,000 kids, and we're going to feed over 2,000 families. I mean, this is it's unbelievable what's happening. It's unbelievable.
That is so cool.
So this is the Peoria Sports Complex.
Yep,
So people-
it's right at.
Come on, stupid thing.
And literally, it's 83rd Avenue, just south of. It's actually 83rd Avenue in Paradise. Last year, we only had half of the internal sports complex. This year, the need is so big that we're going to have the full thing. Now, what makes our event so much better than the average, like just give kids the toys type of thing, is we make it in a total Christmas experience. From the time they walk in the gate to the time they leave, they can stay as long as they want. They can participate in the events. We have free food, face painting, letters to Santa, cookie stuff. We actually have the BMX stunt team's going to be there this year. We have, everything is 100% free. It's designed for the people who need it the most. This isn't something that you bring your family to if you're already doing well. You want to bring your family, you're volunteering, right? If you're already doing well and you don't have the struggles that these people have. Let me explain to you the letters to Santa that we get. This is probably the most heartfelt, moving thing that we get is you get a letter to Santa. When a kid writes a letter to Santa, what do they ask for? PlayStation, games,
Bicycles,
money.
right.
You know what these kids are asking for? someone happy to see them. Um,
Oh.
they're happy to have bigger cars to live in. They want a place that they can call their own. They want to only share their room with one person and not 10. They wish their parents weren't dead. They would want to see their mom and dad and wish they wouldn't fight all the time. They wish they could eat 3 meals a day or have breakfast. I mean, these are the weird things that we hear. Not the weird, I'll say the very moving things that we see in the letters to Santa. We have volunteers that have been there on their 9th year, and every year our volunteers come back with more people. It takes a mountain of people to move this. Last year were 400 volunteers. This year we're going to need between 800 and 1,000 volunteers.
That is so cool, man.
To watch this thing grow from where it was has been nothing short of a miracle, and we couldn't do it without the community. I mean, we always have an expectation that it's going to grow, but we never know how much. And this year has far exceeded any type of expectation that we could have had. I mean, we were thinking 6, maybe 7,000 people, and now we're looking at the 8 to 12. So in order to make that happen, we've never turned anybody away at the gate. We're going to do our best not to do it this year, but we really need the help of the community. When we buy things, we buy in a quantity type of situation where we negotiate deals as a charity where we get pallets of toys for $600 that are worth like 3,000 or 3,500. So our dollars go a lot longer. So we ask people, you know, if you can donate a toy,
So
please donate a
it's
toy. But if you can donate money, you'd be amazed at how far $25 will go.
Oh, not with knowing you. No, not at all. And for those of you who don't know, this is Brian Morris. He is a local owner of a company called We Fix Ugly Pools. He and I have been friends 20 years?
20 years. 21 years now.
21 years. So we've had him on the show before, talk about ugly pools. We've had him on the show talking about peptides. We wanted to come on today because I noticed this morning he was going to talk to Channel 12 about this. And we had a last minute cancellation. Worked out great because we'd rather talk to somebody like Brian Morris than someone who has lead singer's disease. So where can people find, that's true story, man. True
I'm just
story.
glad you got your dig in. That makes me happy.
So drop the website.
It's a dayofgivingaz.org.
Okay, that's better than the one I have.
dayofgivingaz.org.
Okay, that's better than the one I was looking up. I was looking at the peaceful or the
It's Purposeful Giving Alliance
Right.
is our alliance, but the
Right.
event specific is a dayofgivingaz.org. And here's the best part. You can go there, you can donate, you can volunteer, or if you know a family in need, you can send them to the website and they can register right there. We are getting, I mean, it's averaging between 300 and 400 registrations a day. If you can imagine the amount of emails that come in, and some people have one child, some people have 8 children.
Well, times
So,
are
I mean,
tough right now.
you know, when
it's definitely going to be a challenge this season for sure.
Well, I'll tell you, one of the things that we did this year, we've never gone into this event with the amount of information that we have. We really structured it a lot better this time because we were trying to really gain control over how big the event has gotten. And we added a line in there. It says, how will this event impact you and your family? And the stuff that we're seeing, 40% grandparents raising their grandkids, absent parents, illnesses, job losses, single mothers, single fathers. I mean, you know, and when you look at a grandparent that's trying to raise grandchildren, think about this. They've already raised their kids. Now they're in that last season of life and they're living on very tight budget and they're trying to give their grandkids the best of the best, but they can't even put food on the table sometimes.
Right.
You know?
Here's a statistic for you, Brian. I don't know if you know this or not. I just read this yesterday, and it really put things into perspective for me. It says if you make over $100,000 a year right now, you are golden. You're living in a great economy. If you make 70,000 or less, you're struggling. With gas
I
at
believe that.
$4 a gallon, with milk at $5 a gallon, with ground beef at $11 a gallon or a pound. It makes
Well, I hate
sense,
to say it,
man.
but anybody who goes to a grocery store and spends $150 and looks down at their 3 bags of groceries,
That's it.
$150 used to fill a cart when I was a kid.
Oh yeah. Oh,
It would
dude,
fill
when
2 carts when you were a kid.
When I worked in the group homes for the Mark Center, and one of my duties was as a group home supervisor was do the shopping. We'd have a budget $800 a month, and every time we'd go to Bashas', because Bashas', we partnered with them because Eddie Bash was so cool with that population, right? I mean, you know, I'd have 4 carts, for $200, $300. I'd have to bring staff with me just to roll out the food because I was feeding 24-hour staff. So I was feeding 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 adults 7 days a week on $800 a month. And I did it all the
Amazing.
time, right?
The last time that I spent
yeah.
$120 at the grocery store, my first
Right.
thought was when I first moved to Arizona in 1993, if I spent $120 at Smitty's, I would have needed 2 full-size
Smitty's.
carts. Yeah.
Haven't heard that in years.
I remember
You're
Smitty's,
aging
man.
us there, sir.
Hey, that's where I started shopping was Smitty's right there on
Yep.
Dunlap Avenue.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, he's a
43rd
West
Avenue.
Sider.
Are you talking about 43rd and Peoria?
Oh, 43rd and Peoria, correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean,
My-
35th and Peoria. Sorry, 35th and Peoria. On
I
the
live right around the corner,
yeah,
Brian, at
southwest
Metro Village
corner.
Apartments.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He was a West Sider, man.
Yep.
I grew up right there, and that Smitty's had everything. It was the first stores that had like clothing and stuff. You
Right.
know? And,
Yep.
and now you're seeing grocery stores go back to that model, but Smitty's was like, you go buy we buy our school jeans there, at Levi's, because they have the huge Levi's section.
Yep.
I
They
met
did.
Ice-T there.
Remember?
For real, he was right
That's
in front of me
awesome.
in line. I was like, "Hey, man, you're
Right on.
Ice-T." He said, "Yeah, that's what they tell me." That's what I got out of meeting Ice-T.
That's funny. I met Rodman one time at the airport. All he did was give me a nod and a knuckle. I was like, okay.
I met Martin
That's just
Friedman
better
from
than
Megadeth.
swift
and he
kick in
was
the
a
head, right?
dick.
Right. Well, he was walking. Nick and I were coming back for something. And you see this black man, and the closer he gets to you, the bigger he's getting. And it's like I shit you not, I was in line, and I kind of leaned back. I'm like, Rodman? Boom. That was Rodman, Nicky. And then he walked away with this short security guard. So he's the 7 something and had like 5'10" short guards, security guards. It was the craziest thing in the world. Yeah.
Now the craziest thing is when you see David Spade with his security guard.
And you can't see him.
No,
Right.
that's the funny part. I was at a
is.
Suns game and David Spade was there, and he has little tiny. I was like, "What the heck, dude? If you're gonna have security, they should look like me, you know?"
Yeah. Yeah.
My dad saw Michael Jordan at the casino in Joliet here, and he was the same way. All his security guards were taller than him, so my dad couldn't figure out why all the ruckus was going on, you know. And then he figured out Michael Jordan was there, but
Yeah.
all his security
That's
guards
awesome.
were taller than him and obviously built like brick shit houses.
Yep. Well, I'll
That's
tell you, I really encourage, anybody who's listening, we have a little over 2.5 weeks till the event, and we are on some major shortfalls right now. We are doing our best. That's all I've been doing all day today is just going out and promoting and trying to get the word out, because we are putting the work in to make this event happen. Like I said, we've never turned a kid away, and I don't intend to start this year. So
Okay,
it
so
takes-
today's
just a-
the day of giving, which is why you're kind of starting to promote it, right? Because that's the national day of giving,
Well,
right? Today.
it just kind of happened that way. Yeah.
Okay. So the actual date for this year's what? What's the date for this year's
December
event?
20th.
Okay. Is it always the 20th?
And it
regardless?
Huh? It's the
Is it
day
always
of
the
giving.
20th?
That's it.
Okay.
No.
So it's
Next year, we're trying to nail down the dates. The problem is we're at the facility discretion, but what we're
Okay.
trying to do is get into a contract now. We get bumped by other events, but now our event is so big, it's taking
Right.
precedence. So
cool.
to
Right
be
on.
honest with you, we hope to grow enough where eventually we can move out of the Peoria Sports Complex and go to the Cardinal Stadium and have an impact. But we would have to be able to impact 20,000 plus kids,
Wow.
which I
You'll
mean,
get there.
the
You'll
need's
get
there.
there.
I mean,
I
if the
think you
need's
can do
there,
it.
You'll get there.
I think so
You'll
too.
get there. You'll get there.
What
So, okay, so
people
it's-
who are listening
yeah.
in 29 countries who obviously can't go to this event or go to a local place to donate, what's the best place that they can go to give money, Brian? Because there's people
Right
listening all over the world.
online at a dayofgivingaz.org, a dayofgivingaz.org, and I hope you guys put the link up there.
We will.
But
we will.
realistically, they can go right on there, and any amount helps. We have little areas where it kind of talks about how the money will make an impact and what you could do. Like $25 feeds a family. So remember, we're going to feed 2,000 families. So if you take 2,000 times 2,500 or $25, just the food alone is $50,000 plus dollars. Then you look at the stockings, 10,000 kids, average stocking buying in bulk, we're about $6 a stocking, 10,000, that's 60,000 just in stockings before we even get to the toys or the food or the activities or the toy rooms. Now here's the cool thing about our toy rooms. This is what makes this event so awesome. The first couple years, we let the parents walk the kids through the toys. But you know what parents do? They direct
Yes.
kids to what? The what? Most expensive looking
Mhm.
or most expensive appearing toys.
Yep.
These aren't what the kids want. What we noticed
Mm.
was I would hear kids say, well, that's not what I want. They're like, it's okay, just get this. It's more expensive. So
Because then they're
we
going to take it
eliminated the,
back.
yes. Well, they can't take it back. Trust me.
Oh,
There's
okay,
no way.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Okay.
But we eliminated the parent involvement in the toy room. So what happens
Nice.
now is we have hundreds of volunteers. They walk the kids through. They load up their bags,
Mhm.
and they get to pick what they want. So if they want a Squishmallow, they're not being pushed into
Good.
remote control because they want a Squishmallow.
Mhm.
And then at the end, last year we added parent gifts. This was something we heard about, and this is all David Bell's brainchild. Like he would
Okay.
listen, and the problem with David, he just wants everybody to have everything. You know, he wants everybody to have the ultimate Christmas. So
Right.
we
Right.
did parent gifts, and what happened
Hmm.
was we wrapped all the gifts, and then we left one unwrapped. And at the end, all of the kids come back together and they make a little consensus on what gift to give their parents. So
Nice.
not only are they able to pick their own presents, but they get to give a gift that their parents don't know what it is because it's wrapped. And we had some really awesome stuff last year. I mean, to be honest with you, hands down, these are
Mhm.
gifts that I would have given. Like, so
Right on.
every year we try to do it a little bit better. But the best part is you know, they get to come there, and these are kids who don't have a lot, but they get to
Mm.
experience the joy of Christmas and the giving. And today I took a phone call because I get so many phone calls. I took a phone call, and the lady said, hey, I just want to let you know we're signing up. And the reason why we're signing up is a couple years ago, we attended your event, and I had small grandchildren, and they wouldn't have had a Christmas that year. I was on a fixed income. I had no job, and they wouldn't have had that. So I'm bringing my older grandchildren, and we're
Nice.
coming to the event to volunteer. And I just wanted you to know the impact that you had on us. I get goosebumps right now because that's what this is all about. We look at it like not all of these kids are going to that are they're not always going to be in you know, poor. Some of them
Right.
are going to rise up out of the situation,
Yeah.
and they're going to remember this, and that's the next generation of impact that we're going to have.
Right. You build the legacy, man. A legacy of giving.
Yep.
That's outstanding.
Just amazing.
Yeah.
Well, and
Yeah.
the people that are volunteering, I know from my perspective, my mom made us go to the St. Vincent de Paul's at Christmas time and donate all the stuff that we were giving away. And instead of going to the back, she made us walk past all those people who didn't have a Christmas, right?
Mhm.
So when you see that and you experience it as a young person, even as an older person, if you've never seen what true giving is like,
Yep.
it just, you can't put it into words, you know?
No.
I never really
Well, this
wanted
is-
for anything after that. I really did.
Yeah. Right.
I think the best part of this is our volunteers are kids that are 5 up to people who are 90. And
Nice.
like I said, it's a true impact because I've watched some of my volunteers are now 14 years old that were 5 when they started. So
Yeah.
I see how they take a responsibility because they're like the old G's now. You know, they're like the old gangsters of the volunteers, and they walk around like they know what they're doing, which is
Yeah.
awesome because that's what we want, you know.
Sure.
And you see the older people are like, I don't know what to do, and they just grab them and they're like, let's go, we're going to the toy room, we're going to go over and do registration, and they know this stuff. And it's you know, every year it gets bigger, so it's like more and more people to manage. And guys, more and more people to manage, more and more people to keep busy, more and more
Mhm.
people to just, you know, funnel through there.
Yeah. That's awesome. You've been freezing up a little bit here and there. It's probably just because you're on your phone, but
Yeah.
we're still getting what you're saying, which is awesome. So it's a dayofgivingaz.org. That's the website,
Yes, sir.
right? You can donate money, you can volunteer, you can sign up to be a volunteer, you can sign up to be a sponsor on some level. I think I saw somewhere you can be an individual sponsor, corporate sponsor, all that kind of jazz.
Correct.
All the money they raise goes to the toys. All the money they raise goes towards the food for the family.
Towards the event. Yep.
Towards the events, all events. So now, are you also doing any type of toiletry stuff or like bedding, blankets, dish, you know, all
We've
that kind of
got-
stuff?
We've got socks, we've got shoes, we've got clothing, we have the hygiene. I mean, we try to do everything. We've been very blessed this year with some of our new partners. Peoria Ford's been a sponsor of ours since day one. So
Okay.
Pat Hickey, the owner of Peoria Ford, has 9 years of
Wow.
sponsoring us. We picked up SRP, APS, Safeway, Albertsons this year. I mean, we've picked
Cool.
up some big sponsors. The problem is that a lot of it didn't come. We didn't start really going after the big corporate sponsors until Q3, Q4,
Okay.
and they're already committed for the year. So they're like, oh, well, next year. Well, next year doesn't help us get through this year. You know what I mean?
Right. But now you know. Now you can go hit them up for next year. Right. You can hit them in quarter
Correct.
one
And we've got
say, hey,
we've got a
yeah,
hit list for 26.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, you should go after Walmart too, because I know somebody in the East Valley that does a lot of things, very philanthropic, and they got in with Walmart in the East Valley, and they're doing fantastic things, kind of similar. We're doing it on the 6th, where we go. It's 150 kids, school age, that are in poverty. We're volunteers, Nika and I. So basically, all these kids show up. We take them through Walmart for Christmas shopping. No parents involved. The parents got to stay, back at the thing. When whatever they pick out, then they check it out, and then the Walmart people the volunteers take off all the tags, so the parents cannot return anything, because they were struggling with that before. But it's everything from toys to the necessities, the clothes, the blankets, and the pillows, stuff like that. We did one a couple months ago. It was fantastic. So it's kind of the same thing. They do backpacks, so it's like an East Valley version of you, not as grand, because you are grand. You're Brian Morris. Everything's big or go home, which is why I love you. So that's cool. But that's why I asked that thing earlier about how, parents would pick out the most expensive thing. And because Campbell's Crew was learning, they were taking it back and getting the money. And it's like, so they figured out how to adapt to that to prevent that from happening. So I would look into Walmart too for next year for your side of the valley, because they're huge over here with what they do. So I'm sure they would step up for you as well.
Well, we're fortunate. We also have the mayor of Peoria. His name's Jason
Of course
Beck.
you do.
And and he's been actually donating. This is his 7th year. He's only been the mayor for a couple years, so he's actually donates as a family. And what they do is they do something kind of unique. So he takes his family shopping, and they go shopping. They spend a certain amount, and they donate that. And it's an experience for all of the kids. So we've watched the kids growing up over the last 7 years, from young toddlers into teenagers,
Right.
And there's still some young ones, but that's how they go as a family, and they commit. So it's a very unique experience. For that, we have the Frankie Montas family. Frankie Montas is the pitcher for the New York Mets or the New York Yankees, one of the two. I don't remember. But he's he donates. They donate every year, and we take them to Five Below. We get a lot of good deals at Five Below, and money goes really far at Five Below, and there's a lot of neat stuff there. So that's why I said we have these partnerships that allow us to extend the dollar. But like, we just got our first 25 pallets of toys in. We've been really, really blessed with some of the buys we did earlier. We're picking up some Cat and Jack, like infant clothing that like normally would be like $19 to $25. We're getting them for like $3 to $4 a piece. I mean, you just don't find this kind of stuff, but it's the relationships that you build, and they see the venue and how they're promoting it, and they're like, let's do it,
Okay, I seriously hate to do this, but are you on a cell phone?
I am.
You're going to sit there from now until eternity to wait for this thing to upload.
Uh-oh.
So our YouTube live is going to be effective, but we're not going to be able to turn this into a podcast, or you're going to have to sit there forever, because you're not uploading at all.
Oh, that's a drag.
Look at it. Go to people and look at his upload.
People.
I just know.
Oh, 0%. Wow. That's crazy.
What does that mean?
It means your cell phone is not up.
It
like
means
we're
your
live.
cellular connection is not feeding the internet fast enough to upload your file to Riverside.
Right. But
so the YouTube's going out live.
Right. We're live, so they can see all that, and we can repurpose the YouTube. I think we can also set a time later this week where you come on a moment.
Yeah,
with
we
the
need
real
to have
estate
you
guy
back where you're on your Wi-Fi, is what I'm saying.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Because I love talking to you, Brian, and I hate to interject like that, because I'm the last guy who's going to want to shorten a podcast. But we're going to have to either just keep talking on YouTube and understand that this isn't going to work, because you're not going to want to stay on your phone that long.
Okay. No problem at all.
Yeah.
I just wanted you to be aware. I wanted Chris to be aware.
That's weird.
And it's a great conversation. That's why I said I hate to do this, but I would
is.
rather have you back.
Yeah.
when you got more time and you're sitting at home and we know that we're going to be able to turn this into an episode, then I know you got other shit to do is what I'm getting at.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But we can do this. We could do this Saturday. At like 10:30, 11 if you're available, Brian.
Saturday, I'm going to be in California for a track camp.
Okay, so that's not going to work. The
I'm a
12th,
camper again.
the 12th.
Yeah, 12th, good.
Okay, to 12th we're wide open. There's nothing on 12th, so we can do you on the 12th at 9 a.m. Arizona time, and then just be at home and in front of your in your office, because then we won't have any issues with the uploading.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah, and then once we'll do that with the Chris and Mike show, and then we'll hang up and start all over again. Do one for the real estate guy show, so I can get you blasted on 2 different platforms.
Beautiful.
That way we can double share everything. Because
I appreciate
that.
that.
It's just like talking to me, so it's all good. We can talk for hours, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was excited when he told me you were coming on, especially since the other guy was a dick. I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't want to talk
total
to a
dick.
dick. I want to talk to Brian.
No.
Well, I'm
Right.
kind of a dick too, so I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
we
you're
all
you're
are
not.
in our own right, but we also got a brain in our head. So if
Yes.
we're mean to you, you probably deserved it. That's what I always say.
If you're mean to me, I probably enjoy it.
No, I said if we are mean to you.
Like I said, if you're mean to me, I probably enjoy it.
No, I just mean you as in other people in general, not you.
You don't get it, man.
I know.
I'm a
I
glutton
get
I
for
got it.
punishment.
I got it.
it. Me too, brother. Me too.
I got it. I got
I'm
it.
always going to make fun of myself first.
Yes.
All right. So a dayofgivingaz.org is where you go to donate time, money, and anything and everything else.
Yep.
December 20th starts at 7 a.m.
Start at 7 a.m. People will be lining up 4.
Okay. And it goes until you're done, or do you have a cutoff time?
Till we run out of toys.
Okay, cool. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
So may you still be there the 24th of December.
Say,
that-
if
So
I had
here's
that kind of toys, believe
Right.
this. If
Yeah,
I
I
had
know.
the wherewithal, I would
Oh,
be
I
there
know.
until the 25th of December.
Oh, I
and
know.
I would be
I know.
delivering to people's houses on the 25th.
Oh, I know. I know
I'm so
you.
impressed with what you've put together, man. That's, I mean, I
Him and
like
David
talking
Bell.
to
Got to
you
give
'cause I can-
got to give David Bell props too, because David Bell helped him create this thing. But yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Actually, it was David Bell's brainchild, and then
Yeah.
I just kind of the cool thing about Dave and I is that we think a lot alike,
Mhm.
and we're just in for what other person's doing. So, this was all stemmed. I'll give you the quick history. This all stemmed. Remember when I went to Hurricane Harvey?
Yep.
So I was in Texas when Hurricane Harvey hit. I called Dave. I said, "Hey, I see you want to do a fundraiser. Let's talk about this when we get back." I got back on Tuesday. We went to Zips up here on 59th Avenue in Union Hills, and we had a group there. And Dave and I were like, "We want to fill a semi up and deliver it." Well, that Saturday, so this was Tuesday. Saturday, we
Right.
filled 4 semis.
Wow.
The following Tuesday, 1 week from the day we started talking about this, Dave and I send 22 people and getting on a plane, and we head out to Houston. And we send 4 full semis that were overloaded by 25,000 pounds.
Wow.
The weigh stations didn't stop them. They just kept pushing them through. We get out there, and while we were out there, David Del Vecchio, who owns ABD Signs and Printing, just kept collecting in this warehouse.
Oh.
We didn't know this. So we're
Okay.
out there and we're having like this whole experience. We get robbed by a white supremacy group. We have like no place to stay because think about this. Everybody's flooded. So all the hotels are
Right.
what?
They're
Sold
full.
out.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we're renting hotel rooms. We're stacking people on top of each other. We're sleeping in cars.
Yeah.
There's no fuel anywhere. You can't get gas at the gas stations. So
Right.
we're having a field day with it, but we're enjoying the experience. And then we brought back 28 dogs and got them adopted and came back.
Nice.
Well, we were back. We were exhausted, and Dave's like, "Hey, get all this stuff. Let's go again." And Dave Del Vecchio, and I'm like, "No." So Dave Bell looked at that, and he goes, "Let's do this day of giving," and that's how this whole thing was born. So it was born out of the Hurricane Harvey, turned into a day of giving, turned into 9 years later.
That's
Who would have
amazing.
thought?
That is
That's amazing.
I love
Absolutely
it, man.
amazing. Yeah. So dayofgivingaz.org. Go on there, sign up, register, donate, give till it hurts.
Volunteer,
Volunteer.
donate, and again, it doesn't have to be a lot. If you can just donate, $10, $25, but I promise you, if you think about this, if you do this as a family, and you talk to your family and you say, hey, you know, if we donate $100, look at the joy we can bring
Right.
to 8 to 10 kids.
Yep.
I mean,
That's awesome.
that's the difference.
Yeah.
I'll
That's
be going
amazing.
on there. I got you.
That's
brother.
amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So let's wrap this thing up and then let's book down and get you on.
We'll do it again on the 12th.
On
right?
the 12th, and yeah,
Alright.
so just book the morning for
12th.
the 12th. Just book the morning for the 12th because you'll be on the Chris
I'm
and Mike
there.
show for an hour, and then we'll flip it off and we'll jump on the moment
And real
with me.
quick, this is something
do
that we
that.
need to start doing every year
Mhm.
too, in conjunction with you. Make sure you're on here twice to,
Yeah,
you know, get your message out. This is so cool.
For the-
man.
The 10th annual Day of Giving. Let's plan
yeah,
it.
I
yeah,
can't express
absolutely.
enough how much that it gives me goosebumps thinking about what you're doing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just watching that video put it in
Well,
perspective.
I
so
I
it's
appreciate the
awesome.
support.
Oh yeah, you know me. It's
Well,
all
Chris,
about-
Chris needs to come down for the Day of Giving, and he needs to
I
send
do.
you some live videos,
yeah,
and
there
he
you go.
needs to show you the emotion of what's down there. I promise, if you come down for an hour, you'll stay for
Mhm.
3, 5, but you will not leave there without a changed heart. And that's the key to
Well.
this whole deal. Is it is
Mhm.
such an impact when you see the demand
Mhm.
and you see the need and you see what's
Mhm.
happening and you see the giving that's going on. This is the true spirit of Christmas. This is what it's all about. This is where communities come together to help communities, to help build communities, to help support communities. This is what life should be about. And to be honest with you, when I think of I hate to get a little political, but when I think of the MAGA movement about making America great, I don't care if you're a Democrat, Republican, liberal. I don't care if you're an atheist, a Christian, a Catholic, or a Jew. If you're my neighbor, I need to help
Mhm.
you. I need to lift
Yeah.
you up. I need to support you. And that's the MAGA movement that I support. This whole idea of this is community, community, community. And without the community, it wouldn't happen. We're doing this for the community, by the community, with the community. That's what it means. And
Yeah,
we're making a dent. It's not a huge dent, but we're placing a dent in a really big need.
Right.
Very
Which
cool.
the one thing I love about it is you keep you're taking care of your backyard. Like
Correct.
I came across an owner who flipped a house and he was all bragging because I'm not in this for money. I put all the proceeds to an orphanage in Mexico. Really? You make a profit here and you send it over there instead of just putting it in your own backyard? Because
Well, that's the problem I have with most.
Right.
That's the problem I have with most of these charities, is that they raise money, but you have no idea where the money goes, or the organizations are so top heavy. Do you know that every single dollar plus is raised 100% plus, because we put our own money in,
Right.
goes to this event? There's no other expenses. It's this event.
That's cool.
That's the
Those are
beautiful thing about
charities-
it.
Yeah, those are the
Yeah.
charities I like to support for sure.
Yeah, because we've pulled up American Red Cross dollars on this show before.
Well, we'll
and-
go over that
and-
when we have him on again.
Yeah,
Because it's
a
Hey,
important.
don't get me started
fraction.
on American Red
It's a-
Cross.
it's a
When-
It's so
fraction.
important for people
Oh,
to understand.
you don't even want me
what-
to tell you about the Hurricane Harvey bullshit that we went through with them.
Oh, we'll
They
save
dumped
that. We'll save
donated
that when we
goods.
we'll
Yes.
save that when we can get you recorded without any glitches. Because December 12th, it's all about Brian Morse Day. There you go.
Yes.
We appreciate you coming
Yeah.
on, though, Brian.
Yeah.
I didn't.
No,
know,
thank you guys for having me.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that your cell signal wouldn't upload that fast, but it was trying for a while and then it just crapped out on us. So I didn't want to.
Which is weird because it says 5G's connected, so I don't
Well,
understand it.
it bounces. I just saw it go from 0 to 99%. So who knows? So once we stop, we'll see where it's at. Hopefully it saves. If not, then
Well,
we have.
there
We're
might be
gonna
a
have you on
way-
the 12th. We're gonna have you on the 12th regardless because we need
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
And there might be a way for me to, or Chris to send you an email when you get home to finish the upload. We'll figure it out. I just didn't want you to have to sit there on your phone because nobody
Yeah.
wants to do that.
Right. For an hour.
Yeah.
Hey.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So for Chris and Mike, this is Chris and Mike show. That's Brian Morse. A day of giving AZ.org. Go check it out. He's a superhuman with an amazing life resume. If you've known anything about our show, he's been on here before. He was actually on Real Talk USA too for many, many times. So, he and I go way back. We're all about helping communities and things like that. And I will.
Well,
take
you
up.
filmed that in the We Fix Ugly Pool studio.
I know. We did come to you live from the We Fix Ugly Pools. Renovation, creation, complete backyard installation. We Fix Ugly Pools does it all. So we We always wrap up the shows like this. If you're feeling sad, suicidal, depressed, go scream in a pillow, go journal, go outside and run, go work out. Find somebody to talk to. If you can't find someone to talk to, text 988. They are standing by, willing and able to talk you off that cliff. Don't leave a hole in somebody else's heart because you don't want to wake up tomorrow, because after all, tomorrow's a better day with you in it. Until next time, I'm Chris. He's Mike. That's Brian. Love you all, brothers. Love you both, man.
Love you guys.
Thank
too.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Oh,
for
man.
thank you for what you're doing, Brian. You're just
Absolutely.
you're just a superhuman, man. Tell little B I said hi.
No, I will.